Yo, what it do, Bears Nation? Welcome back to the channel on the Go Chicago Sports, where we talk all things Chicago sports. It's your boy Mike B, and man, we here to talk some trades. Ryan Post has been real active these last few weeks. Heading up to the trade deadline, we didn't have three trades happening in the course of 2 weeks, and we're gonna go over each trade. But before I do that, I want to give a huge shout out to Ryan Poles. Um, we finally got a GM who's making the right trades, and he's not really afraid to talk to the media after making these tough trades. Where we rarely heard from Ryan Pace, and we rarely seen Ryan Pace active at the trade deadline and really making these tough trades. Like if he was still in charge, we probably would have held on to a lot of the key veterans until the end of their career where they have no value. We've seen it start with the Khalil Mack trade. It was a tough one to make, but it needed to be done because Khalil Mack was constantly hurt. He still had a game left in him, but it was the right move to finally decide, hey, we're going to tear this thing down. We're not there. We are okay football team, but we're not a great football team. So it's time to really just see what I can get with these guys and part ways with these guys. So and it happened in the off season leading up to a few weeks ago where Robert Quinn was traded to the Eagles for a fourth round pick, which I thought Robert Quinn would probably go for a 6 or 7 round pick. Ended up getting a fourth round pick, which could be crucial in this year's draft pick. Robert Quinn haven't had the best season so far this year, and yes, he's a great veteran guy in the locker room, somebody you really need on your team, but we got two young studs right behind him who needed the reps, and Travis Gibson and Dominique Robinson. So that move needed to be made, and to get a fourth round pick, I'm gonna give that trade a B. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that trade a A because I wasn't expecting a fourth round pick for Robert Quinn. Um, then the next trade, it kind of stunned because I love Roquan Smith. I feel like he was always the heart and soul of the defense, but the writing was on the wall once they couldn't come to a contract in the offseason, where Roquan Smith went out, called out the Bears. And I know Roquan Smith probably didn't want to play on the franchise tag next season, which was going to cause more problems. And to bring in young pieces and have that cloud over the franchise going into the next season, this move was also the right move to trade away Roquan Smith to the Baltimore Ravens for a second and fifth round pick. Even if you had your mind made up, you wasn't going to pay him. The only option was to trade him, and he did that. Another tough move Ryan Post had to make, trading Robert Quinn after a win, and then trading Roquan Smith after us seeing him on the stands crying that Robert Quinn was just traded. Those are tough moves, and to have finally have a GM to make those tough moves, I am really appreciative of Ryan Poles. And to really tear this thing down and build it up the right way. We are so used to having a good season and then panicking and just retooling and just making moves to try to capitalize right then and there. And then we have 3 seasons of inconsistent football, and now we back to where we was just at, and then doing the same thing over again. Now we finally turn it down all the way to the ground and building it up to have some consistent years of good football, some winning football like the Buffalo Bills, like the Chiefs, like the Green Bay Packers, like the Baltimore Ravens. Those teams that really built their roster up through the draft and have been consistently good and good football play. So I'm happy about that. I'm really excited to see the future of this Bears franchise. I think we got 8 draft picks, and 100 mil plus next season. and we had 9 draft picks, but we end up trading the second one of those second round picks to the Pittsburgh Steelers for Chase Claypool. Yes, the Bears go out and get Justin Fields, a receiver, and Chase Claypool is that receiver, 6'5", a big body receiver that can go and get those 50-50 balls that we've seen drop too many times by Village Jones Jr., Dante Pettis, and sometimes EQ. We're getting that guy like Chase Claypool, still young, still got potential to be a great receiver. Last 2 years, 800 plus receiving yards from Ben Wassenberger, who was pretty much on the down end of his career. Now a touchdown in his first year. Huge red zone threat alongside Nikhil Harry and Darnell Mooney. This trade alone have the receiving room look a little bit better. Not a little bit, way better. Now you got Claypool on one side, Mooney on the other side. You gotta pick your poison. Both guys can take the top off the Chevy. I really like this trade. I think Claypool got a year and a half left on his rookie deal. So yeah, man, just tell me that Ryan Post are real like what he saw from Justin Fields, and he want to see more in the second half. And yeah, I think Ryan Post all in on Justin Fields. Hopefully take another receiver in this draft class, and we really have a nice set of receivers. So yeah, man, I like this trade a lot. It shows that the Bears are willing to make the right moves and to really build this thing up. And I think Ryan Post is not done. I am really excited to see what he do this off season. So Bears Nation, man, what you guys think of Ryan Post made? Also, I grade the Roquan Smith trade. That's an A as well. And this Claypool trade, I'm also going to grade A. So all of these trades, I'm giving an A because I think these trades were the right move to make. Even though the defense going to take a huge hit, you never know. We may have some studs that may break out, and it may not be that much of a downfall on the defense. But on as far as the offense, we never really seen good offensive play. So I'm really hyped that the offense got a chance to really crack the top 15 this season with the addition of Claypool, with the old line improving each week. David Montgomery, Khalil Herbert, and Justin Fields in the run game, and to open up that pass game, and Gessie calling some really good plays. So I'm all in on watching this offense really grow as a unit. I can take the hit on the defensive end because it's the Bears. We know at some point the Bears are going to be back a great defensive team. Is I want to get this offense cooking so that way next season come we can just hit the ground running. So that's why I'm really happy about the moves that we made today. So let me know what you guys think. Also drop you guys grades down low. How you guys feel about these trades, and like always, Bear Nation, bear down.